My experience, and I think in 2011, in October, I decided to quit TV, and I was thinking of going somewhere else. But in next 3 months, I got Kaipoche, and from then onwards till now, all the films that I've released and all the films that I've signed for next 1.5 years, these are the films that I really wanted to do. Not because there are like no options, but these are the films that I really wanted to do. So having this luxury of choosing the kind of scripts and projects out of many, so I cannot complain. So it's my personal experience. Having said that, well, yes, nepotism is there and it's there. It's everywhere. It's just not in Bollywood, and so yeah, so you can't do anything about it. But yes, if so, nepotism can coexist.
Hello everyone, this is Rohit Rana. You're watching All Things Live. So today we're going to talk about the N word. N stands for nepotism. That's the latest cool thing in the market. Not exactly latest, but someone started this trend, and it's not dying down. For good, for bad, I do not know. In the 100 years of Indian cinema, we never bothered. It did not matter to us. It did not pain us to see Ranbir Kapoor when we were swooning over a Ranbir Kapoor, a Hrithik Roshan, a Varun Dhawan, a Rishi Kapoor, a Shammi Kapoor. It did not matter to us whether they were the sons and daughters of some stars, uh, and did they have an easy entry to stardom. It did not matter to us. We just because we saw movies as movies. We bought a ticket because we wanted to get entertained for 3 hours. We watched that movie. We came back home. We did not have these enlightening conversations around movies, around the movie making business. Like, look at that, this movie, this guy is changing society, because that's honestly not part of their resume, changing society. Uh, but there was a trigger. Uh, Miss Kangana Ranaut, as everybody knows, went to this Coffee with Karan chat show and expressed her outrage in a fun manner, though, over nepotism that has infested the industry, how Karan Johar has been the flag bearer of nepotism and all of that. All was said and done, and then some magazine got hold of that. Actually, everybody got hold of that, but some magazine thought it would be a great idea to pick that up and create a headline out of it, and they did, and it worked. Suddenly, the whole country was talking about nepotism. Part of it was because it was everywhere, but mostly it's a result of this herd mentality we have. We never really cared about whose son we are watching on screen. It's a hero or it's a heroine. Suddenly, it's starting to bother us. Why should I watch a Varun Dhawan movie? He did not struggle to reach where he is. I should not be watching his movies, but I will watch his movies. I'll post on Twitter. I'll say go Kangana, and then I'll go and watch a Ranbir Kapoor film. But I'll feel better about myself if I say that I stand against nepotism. Let's look at it from this perspective. Now, a Karan Johar, who's Karan Johar? Karan Johar is a businessman. Movie making in itself is business. Movie making is not politics. It's not an NGO. Uh, when a 15-year-old boy or girl go to Mumbai, they do not tell their parents, "Papa, मुझे भारत के लिए, मुझे देश के लिए कुछ करना है. I want to serve my country. I want to make India a better place." No, their goal after joining Bollywood, if they manage to join Bollywood, their goal is to do something for themselves. for their families, to earn money, to earn fame, to earn respect for themselves and for their family, to make their parents proud. They do not join Bollywood out of some sense of righteousness, of patriotism, and all of that. So same goes for Karan Johar. Karan Johar did not become a movie director uh, by promising people, by, by taking an oath that once I become a successful movie producer, I'll start giving jobs to the unemployed. I'll make sure that every struggler who comes to Mumbai has a film. If he's a good actor, I will cast him, because that's not, I'm not running a business. I'm into some sort of institution where I'm supposed to do something for society, for the youth of this country, which is all BS. We have to understand and we have to be honest with ourselves actually. So Karan Johar, when he's making a movie, he's investing his own hard earned 100 crore rupees. All that you and me have at stake is 300, 400, 1000 bucks. Okay, we go with our entire family, 2000 bucks. To begin with, if we hate Karan Johar for casting Varun Dhawan or Ranbir Kapoor, why would we even go and watch that movie? But let's say we have. That's all that's at stake, 1000 bucks. Karan Johar has 100 crore on stake, not just his own money. Thousands and lakhs of distributors all across the country are banking on that movie to earn money for them, to earn profits for them. So what does Karan Johar do? He tries to just have the script in a certain way, but cast those people that he thinks can act. To begin with, he thinks those are good actors, but he also wants to draw people. He's casting newcomers. Let's just take the example of Student of the Year. This is the first time he's not working with Shah Rukh Khan. He's going with newcomers. So he thinks to himself, who do I cast? How do I draw an audience now that Shah Rukh Khan is not in my movie even for a single scene? So he thinks, maybe if I cast David Dhawan's son, maybe the pre-hype time will have some familiar names, making news. डेविड धवन का लौंडा है यार, मैं तो बड़ा फ़ैन हूँ डेविड धवन का। बड़ी फिल्में देखी मैंने उसकी, गोविंदा के साथ। उसका बेटा आ रहा है फिल्मों में। देखता हूँ यार, देखनी है मुझे, सुंदर है दिखने में काफ़ी। Karan Johar has cast Alia Bhatt. She's Mahesh Bhatt's daughter. She's Soni Razdan's daughter. And check her out. I had great respect for Mahesh Bhatt, the filmmaker, and I hope his daughter does well. Let's see. I want to watch that movie. So this leads to more tickets getting bought, which is the end goal of the movie producer Karan Johar. And he never pretended otherwise. He wanted to join Bollywood after his father, because he wanted to make money for himself and for thousands of distributors, for a Student of the Year or K3G or whatever. Karan Johar is not a politician. He did not take oath to serve this country. I'm going in circles. But what we see now is Karan Johar getting abused left, right, and center over anything and everything he says. Every time he's announcing a movie, you have an army of trolls invading, invading that space and using the choices of words, Hindi, English, maa ki, behan ki, nepotism ka bhadwa, and all of that. That's for real. I've read those tweets. And I feel sorry for that guy. That guy is just doing his job, which is making movies. It does not matter who he casts in his movies, because that's not the kind of right that we have, because We don't have that right because we don't have anything at stake. We are not his business partners. We're just the audience. If we have a problem with Karan Johar casting a star son, a Hrithik Roshan, a Ranbir Kapoor, let's not go and watch his movie. Why are we watching his movies if we are lauding Kangana Ranaut for speaking up against a rich producer, against movie mafia? Then let's abandon, let's boycott these people. If we have that kind of a problem, I don't see why we should have a problem with that. They are who they are. Ranbir Kapoor is the son of Rishi Kapoor. He wanted to join movies. Rishi Kapoor helped him join movies. That's what he worked hard for all his life. It's not like if I become an actor someday, if I go to Mumbai and I struggle for 5 years and I eventually become an actor, I stay there, I become a part of that industry for 30 years, and then my son grows up and I tell him, बेटा देखो मैं अपने पैरों पे खुद खड़ा हुआ, मैं इंजीनियर से कुछ और बन गया, तू भी वहीं करेगा, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. That's not brave parenting, that's bad parenting. If I worked hard to achieve something, I'll make sure that my kids, my son or my daughter has it easier than I did. They have a base. There's nothing wrong with promoting your son or daughter if you are in that position of power. Most of it has been a result of us, mostly the left wing cabal, suddenly treating Kangana Ranaut as this crusader, as this goddess. Everything that comes out of her mouth is gospel, is truth. So we make her into this icon of every movement in the country of feminism, against nepotism, against XYZ. Uh, of course, now that she has revealed herself to be a Modi supporter and she is distributing these anti-national certificates, so equations have kind of changed with her and left wingers and Barkhadats and Shobha days, but that's a topic for another day. Anyway, so yeah, coming back to left wingers. So if you should have if you should have a problem with nepotism, that should be directed. All your outrage and anger at nepotism should be directed towards Rahul Gandhi, because he's trying to become the Prime Minister of India with zero credentials. This is the field where you need credentials, because you're going to run country, because you're going to change country, you're going to you're going to impact a billion people. This is where you should have someone take up that position of power based on their credentials, not because their father was a prime minister, their mother is the president of a party. And you don't have a problem with that. You have a problem with Hrithik Roshan acting in movies because he's Rakesh Roshan's son, but you do not have any issues with Rahul Gandhi, who's wanting to run country having no credibility as a politician. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Like Hrithik Roshan acting in movies, multiple movies, 10 movies a year does not make any change to the society, but Rahul Gandhi becoming Prime Minister changes everything. For good or bad, we don't know, but it does change everything. He would be the Prime Minister if he becomes one. He's the potential. He's a candidate here. He has always been a candidate from last 2 3 elections. So I don't get that. And Karan Johar, I mean, he was the darling of the left wing. Let's admit, the right wing of our country has always looked down upon the LGBT community, upon gays and lesbians. So Karan Johar was a hero to the left wing. His book came out, The Unsuitable Boy, and everyone was lauding him for coming out of closet, for directly or indirectly just admitting that he is gay, and everyone was so proud of him that a gay man holds such a powerful position in the biggest industry of India, Bollywood. And suddenly, overnight, he has turned into a villain. He has turned into this head of this movie mafia because Kangana Ranaut said so. Because we have forgotten that movie making is business. Everybody in there is to make money. Movie making is not politics. Movie making, Dharma Productions is not Congress, it's not BJP. It does not have people who have taken oath to serve the country. It has people who are trying their best to earn as much as they can for themselves and for everyone associated with Dharma Productions. That is it. So, from the financial standpoint, it's never a bad decision to cast a Varun Dhawan or a Hrithik Roshan. You know, if let's say Student of the Year, when let's say it made 48 crores back in the day, and if it did not have David Dhawan's son and Mahesh Bhatt's daughter, maybe it would have made just 20 crores. Whose loss was it? Whose loss was those 30 crores? Not yours, not mine. It was Karan Johar's loss. It was the loss of those lakhs of distributors. So how are we in any position to judge that man or any man, Aditya Chopra, Vidhu Vinod Chopra, or any man who is casting heroes based on their own business reasons? And let's not pretend that we hate nepotism, because we do not. We just consider it to be fashionable to use the N-word every now and then in our tweets and in our Facebook posts, because it makes us look cool in front of our friends and all the connections that we have. On even on LinkedIn, people are using it without any context, because it's us who have made Ranbir Kapoor into a superstar, and for very right reasons. Hrithik Roshan is a superstar, is a star for very right reasons, because he's a good actor, he's an amazing actor, and that's why he was accepted by you, by me. That's why someone like Imran Khan, Imran Khan's career did not really take off. He tasted success in the beginning, but he's nowhere right now because he's not a good actor. So that's it. We fall in love with these stars regardless of their family background. We do not like Ranveer Singh more than some other star son because he had no film background, because we think Ranveer Singh is a better actor, and he's not a better actor because he was a struggler. He's a better actor. He was born with better skills, and he has worked hard for it. Others work equally hard for it, star sons or star daughters, and it's their choice what they want to become. It's Rishi Kapoor's choice, it's David Dhawan's choice what they want their son to become, if they want to help their sons or not. Who the hell are we to accuse them of promoting nepotism? How does it even make sense? Why do our fathers invest money in our education? Why do they not pick up some boy from Baji ki Jhopatpatti and tell his parents that I'll fund your kid, I will not fund my kid? I mean, can we stop obsessing with how to make ourselves look cool? It's high time.
Subscribe to Legend Martini for your daily dose of lifestyle, movies, fashion, career, health and wellness, and everything else under the sun. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. Subscribe to Legend Martini for your daily dose of lifestyle, movies, fashion, career, health and wellness, and everything else under the sun. Don't forget to hit the bell icon.